Hello, my name is Faez bin Hishamuddin and I'm from Group 2, ID number 532114287. Today I'm going to talk about simple geometry construction. Geometry, the basic term of geometry has two basics, that is points and lines. Points and lines. A point is a dot on a piece of paper, or a point on the number line, or a point on the Cartesian plane. A geometric point has no dimension. That means no length, no breadth, and no thickness. The geometric point has a position. We represent a point by a dot. Meanwhile, lines is formed by the intersection of two flat surfaces. A line in geometry has only one dimension with its length, and it has no width. A line can also be considered as a set of points. The points are on the line and the line passes through the points. A line has no endpoints and can be extended indefinitely in either direction. So we can see an example of point that is collinear points. Collinear points are points that lie on the same line. A point on a line separates the line into three sets: the given point and two half lines. A half line is set of points. If the point is included with the set of points that constitute a half line, we get a ray. A ray means that it has only one endpoint and may be extended indefinitely in only one direction. We can see an example of this type of ray. In other cases, when we have two different lines that contain the same point, these lines are said to be intersect at that point. So we can see that an example of intersect point here. It intersects at a point P. The geometric figure formed by two rays drawn from the same point is called an angle. The rays are called the sides of the angle, and the common endpoint is called the vertex of the angle. Here is the example of vertex of the angle. This is the vertex and this is the side. Adjacent angles are angles with the same vertex and a common side between them. Example: ACD and angle ACB. Vertical angles are angles where the side of one angle extends through the vertex and form the side of the other. Example: angle ACD and angle BCE. Meanwhile, a straight angle is an angle where its sides form a straight line. Example: angle ACE. So we can see that an adjacent angles, the example is ACD and ACB. ACD, ACB. It has the same vertex and common side between them. Meanwhile, vertical angles, the example is angle ACD and angle BCE. ACD, BCE. Where the angles with the sides of one angle extend through the vertex and form the side of the other. A straight angle is an example for a straight angle is angle ACE. This is the example. Two lines that intersect so as to form a pair of congruent adjacent angles are called perpendicular lines. This is the perpendicular lines. A right angle is an angle whose sides are perpendicular. It is perpendicular and have 90-degree angle. An obtuse angle is an angle that is wider than a right angle but narrower than a straight angle. Example, angle ABD. An acute angle is an angle that is narrower than a right angle. Example, angle DBC. Here is the example. For obtuse angle is an angle ABD, and for acute angle is angle an angle DBC. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif Safwan bin Adzilasri and I'm from 1BME2. My ID number is 53211114145. Today I would like to explain or give some knowledge about plane in Engineering Mathematics 1. Okay, plane. What is plane? Plane is a flat surface, such as a floor of a room. It divides one portion of space from another. It has two dimensions, length and width. In geometry, a plane has no thickness. It is endless or infinite. A plane is a set of points. The points are on the plane and the plane contains the point. Points that are on the same plane are called coplanar points. Here is some example of a plane. Just you can see it looks exactly like a floor of a room. It is a space above and it is a space below. Okay, next. A unique plane is determined by any three non-collinear points. This is a picture A, B, C, and D. Okay, point A, B, D are not on the same line and they determine a unique plane. After that, since line and planes are both composed of points, we can make the following observation. If number one, if two different points on a line are on the plane, then all the points on the lines are also on the plane. The line must be also on the plane. Second one is any line on a given plane divide that plane into two half planes. The result is three sets of points. The point on the line, the point on the one half plane, and the point on the other half plane. Two different planes must meet in a line or they must be parallel. The parallel in plane are same like the parallel line. Here the plane A, B, C, D is A, B, C, and D, and E, F, G, H, E, F, G, H are parallel planes, but plane A, B, C, A, B, C, D, and B, G, H, C, B, G, H, C intersect in a line. Then two lines that are on the same plane and do not intersect, however far they are extend, are called parallel line. For example, here in this picture is line BC. B, C, and the line AD. A and D. After that, two non-parallel lines will not intersect no matter how far we extend them, because they are not on the same plane. They are called skew line. The example in this picture is line AB, this line AB, and line GH, is GH. This line are called skew line. Next, an angle on a plane divide the plane into two half planes, and that angle produce three sets of points. The first one is the point on the angle, the point on one half plane, and the point on other half plane. Here's the picture. This PAT, a point on the angle. This point P, this A, and this T. This interior point and this exterior point. I think that's all from me, and I hope that what I have told or give will help you in the future. Sekian, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Fakhrur Razi bin Mustafa. I'm from 1BME2. My ID number is 532-1111-4349. Today I'm going to explain a little bit about types of angles. Okay, I hope you understand my explanation. Okay, first, there are many different types of angles, so I'm going to present to you. I'm going to explain to you one by one, and I hope you understand. Okay, first, acute angle. Acute angle is an angle whose measure is less than 90 degrees. So this is how acute angle will look like this. So any angle that is less than 90 degrees is called acute angle. Okay, move on to the second angle, which is right angle. This is an angle whose measure is 90 degrees. So this is following right angle. It's like an L shape. So the angle is 90 degrees here. Next one, obtuse angle. The definition for obtuse angle is an angle whose measure is bigger than 90 degrees but less than 180 degrees. Thus, it is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. So any angle that is between 90 degrees and 180 degrees is called an obtuse angle. So this is the structure of obtuse angle like this. Okay, next one, straight angle. Straight angle is an angle whose measure is 180 degrees. Thus, a straight angle look like a straight line. So, straight angle and straight line is they are same, but straight angle here they have 180 degrees. So the angle are 180 degrees. So this is straight angle. Next one, reflex angle. It is an angle whose measure is bigger than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. So any angle that is bigger than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees is called a reflex angle. Example, we have 230 degrees, 240 degrees, they are called reflex angle. Next, adjacent angles. Angle with a common vertex and one common side. Okay, for example here, I'll show you one. Okay, angle at 1 and angle at 2 are adjacent because they have common vertex. They share the common vertex here. This is called vertex, and they share one common side. Side. So angle 1 and angle 2 share a common vertex and common side. One common side. Okay, next one, complementary angles. Two angles whose measures add to 90 degrees. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary angles because together they form a right angle. So angle at 1, when you add up with angle at 2, they will form a right angle. So that is complementary angle. Okay, please note that angle 1 and angle 2 do not have to be adjacent to be complementary as long as they add up to 90 degrees. So as long as they, if you add angle 1 and angle 2, you got 90 degrees, they are called complementary angles, and then they do not have to be adjacent. And then supplementary angles, same like complementary, but then supplementary is angle who measure at 280 degrees. So if you have 60 degrees here and you have 120 degrees at angle 2, you add up both angle, you will get 180 degrees. So that is supplementary angles. Next, vertical angles. Definition for vertical angles are angles that have a common vertex and whose sides are formed by the same lines. So here, angle at 1 and angle at 2, they share a common vertex here in the middle, and they are formed, the sides are formed by the same lines at least. So these are the lines and these are the sides. The sides are formed by the same line here. Okay, angles are usually measured in degrees, symbol for degrees. This is a symbol of 4 degrees. A degree can be divided into 60 smaller units called minutes. This is the symbol for minutes apostrophe. And a minute is also divided into 60 smaller units called seconds, double apostrophe. So 1 degree equal to 60 minutes and 1 minute equal to 60 seconds. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nulhakim Nasri, and my ID number is 53211114141. And today I will talk about properties of angle and a straight line. First, we need to know the basic property of angle. There are a few types of angles, and the commonly used is 360, 180, and a 90 degree. For the first one, if an angle shaped like a circle, it will be 360. Next, for the 180 degrees, if an angle formed like a straight line, therefore the angle will be 180 degrees. For the L shape, the angle will be 90 degrees, and it is fixed. Next, there are two lines intersecting each other, and they form a few angles, A, B, and C. For angle A and B, if you add up, you will get 180 because it will form a straight line, like a second picture. Same goes if you add up B and C, you also will get 180. Furthermore, the angle A and C will be the same because it is opposite to each other. Next one, we'll show you the example. For the two lines parallel to each other and a transversal line intersecting it, they will form a few angles. Two of it will be A and B. Angle A and B will be the same amount. Let's say angle B is 120, therefore the angle at A also will be 120 because it follows the F angle property. Next one, also figure, but different angle. Two line parallel to each other and a transversal line cutting it. There are a few angles on it. C and B. The C and B will be the same amount because it follows a Z shape, and it is opposite to each other. C on the side and B on the side. Angle A and B will remain the same due to it is opposite. Next, I will show you more example. This one from this figure. There are a few angles that form because two lines parallel to each other and a transversal line cutting it. The transversal line will be E and F, EF, and a few angles will form by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 angles formed by it. First, we need to identify the angle. Interior angle. Angles that form by a transversal and a line in which are inside the line cut by a transversal, which means the angle is that formed by the transversal line. The angle will be locating interiorly. The angle will be 3, 4, and 5, 6. Next one, alternate interior angle. Pair of non-adjacent interior angle on opposite side of the transversal. The alternate interior angle will be 3, 5, and 4, 6. They're still in the interior, but opposite to each other, like 3 and 5, 6 and 4. It is for like a Z-shaped property, just like the first page. As you can see from here, there is like a Z shape. If let's say if the angle at 3 will be 70, therefore angle at 5 will be 70 also. Same goes to the angle 6 and 4. Both of it will be the same amount. Next one will be a corresponding angle. Angle that have the same position with respect to their line and a transversal, which means the angle will be 1457, corresponding 180 degree. If you sum up 1 and 4, you will get 180 degree because it will be a straight line. Same goes to the 5 and 7. If you sum up both of it, you will get 180 degree. For more example, this is a corresponding angle. You can see a straight line. There are two angles. If you sum up B and A, you will get 180. Let's say the angle at A is 150. Therefore, the angle at A will be 30. For the next example is two lines intersecting each other. The angle A, B, C, D. If you sum up A and B, you will get 180 because it will show a straight line and it is a corresponding angle. Also, if you amount of B, angle at B will same to the angle at D because it is opposite to each other. Same goes to A and C. Let's say angle at A is 70 and the angle at C also will be 70. And if you sum up all of the angle A, B, C, D, and it will get 360. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Fitri bin Muhammad. My ID number is 53211114139. I'm from 1BME2. I'm going to do some exercise about simple geometry. I have prepared 3 questions in this video. First, let us begin. Number 1. In the figure below, straight line AS in NHR intersect at point O, and ON is perpendicular to HR. Using this information, find each of the following. A. An acute angle. As we all know, an acute angle is an angle that is narrower than a right angle. Okay, an example for an acute angle is angle SON and angle AOH. So the answer is SON and angle AOH. Okay, B. An obtuse angle. An obtuse angle is an angle that is wider than a right angle but narrower than a straight angle. Here we can see that an angle that is wider than a right angle, this is a right angle that is LOH, that is 90 degree. This angle HOS or angle AON, they are wider than 90 degrees but they are narrower than 180 degree, that is line AOS. So the answer is HOS and AON. Okay, next, a right angle. A right angle is an angle whose sides are perpendicular. In this diagram, sides are perpendicular, that is angle LOS and angle LOA. Okay, next, a straight angle, an angle where its sides form a straight line. A straight angle, there is just only one, that is angle AOS, that is 180 degrees. Okay, move on. Adjacent angle. Adjacent angle is an angle with the same vertex and a common side between them. The example here is angle HON, that is, they have the same vertex and have a common side between them. Okay, next, a vertical angle. Vertical angle is an angle where the side of one angle extends through the vertex and form the side of the other. In this diagram, you can see the answer is angle HON also. Okay, next is an complementary angle. There are two angles whose measure sum to that of a right angle. Here we can see when this angle, that is angle SON and angle SOL, when we mix them both, we can get 90 degrees, and that is the answer, that is angle SON and angle SOL. Okay, the last question for number 1 question is supplementary angle. Supplementary angle are two angles whose measure sum to that of a straight angle. In this diagram, you can see there are 4 angles that when we add up, they become 180 degrees. That is angle SON, SOL, AOL, and AOH. When we add 4 of these angles, they become 180 degrees. Okay, move on to the second question. If two angles are supplementary and one angle is 40 degrees more than the 3 times the other, what is the measure of the angle? So the solution is here. If two angles are supplementary, when we add them up, they become 180 degrees. So if you call the angle x and y, you can say x plus y equal to 180. In the question, it say that one angle is 40 degrees more than 3 times the other. So if y is 40 more times than 3 times x, you can say 3x plus 40 equal to y. So we put that in a math word, so we can get this equation: x plus open bracket 3x plus 40 close bracket equal to 180. So we find the value of x and we get x equal to 35. So when we want to find y, we just 180 minus 35, we can get the value of y, that is 145. Okay, and the last question is, one of the two supplementary angles measure 30 degrees more than twice the other. What is the measure of each angle? As we know that supplementary angles are, when we add up, they become 180 degrees. The solution is here. Let the smaller one be x and the other one twice the smaller one plus 30. That is 2x plus 30. So we put that in a math word again, and we can get this equation: x plus open bracket 2x plus 30 close bracket equal to 180. So we find the value of x, and then we get x equal to 50. So the smaller angle x, it is 50 degrees, and the bigger angle is 2x plus 30 is 100 plus 30 equal to 130. Okay, I hope all of you understand the video that we have provided, and I hope you can use it in the future. Okay, I think that's all from me. Thank you.